What's going on, everybody? From the flight deck, this is your idiot speaking. Today we are going to be flying from Mc Namara all the way over to Siskiyou in Montague County, California. I have no idea. You can see it on the map here. You can see it right here from Kilo Charlie Echo Charlie down to Kilo Sierra India Yankee, Siskiyou County, Montague, California. All right, guys, so as you can see right now, we have 3 passengers. We are in a Cessna 182. We will be having flight following from the Pilot Edge network as we fly today. I do have the flight path up in the upper corner, and there will be chapters. So we are starting from Cold and Dark. If there is anything from Cold and Dark that you don't want to see, you can just skip ahead in the chapters. All right, so first things first, let's go ahead and get this plane started up. Go ahead and bring up my checklist. I've already done the outside walk around, or at least we're going to say I did, because in this airplane model you can't really check everything on the outside. So we're just going to start from the inside. All right, engine start, seat set and secured, check. Circuit breakers all in, check. Cabin panel lights are off, check. Here, they are all set off. All right, brakes test and set. Moving freely, and the parking brake is set. Fuel selector off, then both. So off, then both. All right. A little hard to use it with the scroll wheel. Let's see here. Cowl flaps open. Cowl flaps are open. Landing gear lever is down. Landing gear lever is down. Mixture full rich. Mixture is full rich. Sorry, get to where you guys can see everything that's going on here. Prop high RPM. Prop high RPM. Check. Now we're going to prime it as necessary. So for a cold engine, it takes 2 to 3 primes. We're going to go ahead and do 3 on a cold engine. Carb heat off. Carb heat is off. Beacon on. Beacon on. Prop area clear. Prop clear. Clear prop. Alright, brakes, apply and hold, master switch on. Throttle. Just switch on, start engine. Alright, start. Alright, now we're going to adjust throttle for 1000 RPM. We're almost there. There we go. You guys should be able to see that in the screen there. Alright, mixture lean for taxi. We are at very low altitude, almost sea level. Actually about 1,000 above sea level, so full rich is perfectly fine. Flaps are fully retracted. Double check. Yep, they are up. Make sure I know what my flap button is there. Yep, they're up. All right, avionics master switch and radios on. All right, let's go ahead and turn all that on. Let's go ahead and get the AWOS. So at this airport, they don't have an AWOS, but I am going to go ahead and get the weather manually here. So altimeter is going to be... there we go. Altimeter is going to be 300... where is it? 3008. So we're going to go ahead and set that, 3008. There we go. All right. The winds look to be calm. Let's go ahead and listen to that AWOS. Why not? Alright, so go ahead and pull up charts, taxi, and SWOS. Going to be on frequency. I'm on the wrong airport. Airports. Charts. Let's see. I was probably looking at the wrong weather anyways. But yeah, let's go ahead and listen to it. So that's going to be on 119925. Let's go ahead and put that in. 119925. Transfer. Now we are connected to Pilot Edge Network, so it may not come through. So since it's not coming through, we will go over to the weather. The METAR. So we're at 3004, so I just need to turn that down. 3004, got it. Winds are at 220 at 5 knots, so that means we're probably going to use runway 18. We're going to taxi Bravo to 18. And why isn't this connected to the sim? That's weird, but we'll still use it for the charts. I'm sorry, guys. On the next flight, I will make sure that this is all connected up. All right, let's go ahead and get our flight plan put in. So, flight plan. We're going to be going from KCEC, Kilo Charlie Echo Charlie. Destination is going to be Kilo Sierra India Yankee. Sierra India Yankee. All right, put that in. And we're going to go via Bays T. E-A-Y. T-S. And I'm going to do 9,500 because that's going to make sure that we stay clear of all the mountains. Go ahead and put 9,500 on here. All right, let's go ahead and get... I forget this is the old autopilot, so we'll actually have to set everything intermediately, but I should be able to go ahead and set the altitude 95. All right, so that's going to work. All right, let's go ahead and look at our arrival airport just so we can kind of get an idea what we got going on up there. So we do have an approach, but we're going to be flying VFR today. Is it VFR conditions? It is not. So we're going to be flying IFR. It's a good thing I put in a flight plan, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. All right, so we do have a flight plan put in. Hopefully it's still in there for whenever we get connected up to the network here. So since we are connected and our flight plan is entered, I think the next step is going to be contacting Seattle Center and getting our clearance. Thunder set, GPS set, heading indicator to mag compass check. All right. So we are good. Let's go ahead and contact Seattle Center. Again, we do have live ATC and go ahead and get our clearance. So Seattle Center is going to be 12485. 485, transfer that over. And then we are also going to make sure that we are monitoring 121.5 in accordance with FAA. That over and make sure we are monitoring that as well. All right, I've got my craft already written up. Hopefully it's going to be as filed. If not, then this could get really interesting. In fact, let me go ahead. I'm going to redo my craft here. All right, C, R, I'm going to leave some space, A, F, T. All right, clearance route, altitude, frequency, and transponder code. All right, let's go ahead and get a hold of Seattle Center. Seattle Scanner, Skylane 358 Foxtrot Delta, currently on the ground at Kilo Charlie Echo Charlie.
Number 358 Foxtrot Delta, Seattle Center, what's your request?
Request an IFR over to Kilo Sierra India Yankee. I should have said that to begin with. I know that this is my first flight in like 6 months. Don't judge me, okay? Just don't. Let's just not.
358 Foxtrot Delta, standby.
All right, so we're gonna wait for that. All right, let's go ahead and switch our charts to IFR low. We do have a couple different options. We could have went ahead and taken Victor 122 up and then came down. I don't know if he's going to want me to do that or not. But from what he's saying, I highly doubt that he wants me to take the phased. So he's probably going to completely reroute me, which is why.
Number 358 Foxtrot Delta, clear to the Siskiyou Airport as filed. Maintain 1000. Departure frequency 121.4. Squawk 4547. And hold for release.
All right, 358 Foxtrot Delta is cleared to Sisk as filed. We're going to climb, maintain 11,000 feet. 121.4 for the frequency, 4547 in the box, and we are holding for release. 8 Foxtrot Delta.
Number 8 Foxtrot Delta, read back correct. Advise number 1 for departure.
We'll advise 8 Foxtrot Delta. All right, so let's go ahead and put this in the box. 4, 5, 4, 7. And put that on altitude reporting. All right, so we are good to go. We're going to go ahead and get pretty much everything taken care of here. So over here, go ahead and save that. Go back, and we're going to go ahead and go to the map, and we're going to kind of zoom it in. This way we can kind of see exactly where we are on this thing here. So I believe here that's runway 18. 8 and 12. So we're going to take runway 18. Let's go back to our checklist. All right, taxi checklist. Visually check clear. Brakes, test path, sides, check. Airspeed indicator, check for 0, 0. Left turns, check, blah, blah, blah. Altitude indicator, Mac compass, altimeter set, vacuum alternator pump set. All right, so let's get this show on the road. We're going to go ahead and swap over to Mc Namara Unicom and 122.8. Mc Namara traffic, Skylane 358 Foxtrot Delta, taxiing, transient parking, taxiway Bravo, runway 18, McNamara. McNamara, whatever it is. All right, so let's go ahead and boot, scoot, and boogie here. All right, so I don't have anything bound for the pushback, so we're just going to kind of spin a 180 here. All right, and then directly ahead of me here should be runway Bravo. A little bit more brake. There we go. There we go. Now we're spinning. All right, now we're going to come up here to this taxiway and taxi Bravo. Just verify all around us that nothing is going on. We are going to clear that plane. Good to go. And again, I could have done the pushback, but I just didn't. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. It's been a while. It is nice to be back in the 182 because it has definitely been a while. Go ahead and get our taxi lights on and our nav lights on while we're taxiing here. And I'm going to see, it doesn't look like on the chart like they have a run-up area, so we're just going to do a quick run-up before we call saying that we're number 1. So let's go ahead and get up here. We are on taxiway Bravo. We will, of course, call and let them know that we are crossing runway 1230. This runway is 3618. Doesn't make any sense. Can we zoom in anymore? Nope, we sure can't. Can I zoom in on here and see what that says? Okay, yeah, that's runway 18. We're going the right way. Okay, that's throwing me off. That is really throwing me off. I'm like, I know I'm not taxiing on the runway. Oh, okay, there you go. I was reading the wrong sign. That's what happens whenever you've been out of the game so long. Just read the wrong signs here. That's okay. 1230. Yeah, we're definitely about to. So what happens is whenever you right-click on the screen, it actually doesn't take any inputs from the HOTAS and whatnot. So, or my pedals for that matter. All right, let's go ahead and stop here. Back to Mc Namara traffic. Skylane 358 Foxtrot Delta crossing runway 1230 at taxiway Bravo. Mc Namara. Go ahead and get it visual. Not seeing anybody. Again, we are on Pilot Edge Network, so the chance you're not even hearing anybody else on Seattle Center. Pretty much everybody flies down in California. So I highly doubt there's going to be anybody up here, but you still double check. No matter what. Still double check. Alright, and again, once we get up here, right before we line up for, or right before we're holding short, we are going to go ahead and do that run up real quick so you guys don't yell at me. Whenever I'm on stream, you guys always like to yell at me for not doing my run up. So we will definitely be doing the run up. Don't even worry about that. You've got the run. Alright. Just right about here. Probably be good. Yeah, we're gonna go stop. Alright, engine run up, parking brake set. Check. Flight controls free and correct. Left aileron, good. Right aileron, good. Elevator, good. Sure, my flaps are good. Go ahead and give it a notch. Flaps are free. Alright. Now, it's been a minute since I did the thing, so we're going to do the actual checklist here. Alright, autopilot off. Fuel selector on both. Fuel selector on both. Visually checked. Heading indicator set to mag compass. Heading. Check. Oh wait, that's not the compass. That is my compass. I'm off today. I'm off. Okay, I had low blood pressure last night. Don't judge me. All right. Anyways, going through here. All right, throttle 1700 RPM. Let's see how well I did. Oh, look at that. It stopped right on 17. Good to go. All right. Left mag. Looking for the drop. Usually drops about 100, and that's staying steady right at 16, which is the 100 drop. Right mag is the same. Back to both. Go ahead and pull that carb heat. Got a drop on carb heat. Carb heat is working. Back to 1000 RPM. Alright, now we are ready to taxi, so we are going to go ahead and remove that parking brake and get up here. I'm sorry guys, I am out of it, but we're still going to have a good flight today. Let's go ahead and reset that camera. I'll say the mouse should go away. If it doesn't, I'll just put the mouse over there. Okay. Or put it up where you guys can't see it behind the Navigraph chart. I really do need to see why Navigraph isn't homing in on me. There it is. Now it's working. Now it's working. I just had to hit the little button. Okay. Okay, now we're good. That was like getting me worried. Alright, let's go ahead and get back over. Seattle Center, Skylane 358 Foxtrot Delta, first for departure, runway 18 at Mc Namara.
for the November 358 Foxtrot Delta, release for departure, clearance is void if not off in 5 minutes, change to advisory frequency approved.
Clearance void, 5 minutes, switching to advisory 8 Foxtrot Delta. What happened to my... Alright, let's swap it back over. I have no idea what happened there, but we're good to go. We're swapped back over to advisory. Back to Namara traffic, November 358 Foxtrot Delta, taking off runway 18, departure to the east. Back to Namara. Alright, like I said, you guys will definitely yell at me. It is what it is. Like I said, it's been a good 6 months since I've legitimately flown, so... Go ahead and get lined up. Alright, before takeoff, passenger briefing complete. Flaps set for takeoff, 0 to 20. We're going to go ahead and give us a notch of flaps. Why not? Trim set for takeoff, check. Doors well, windows, seatbelts, check. Transponder set and altitude set, check. Pitot heat on. Landing lights on. Check final runway for traffic clear. Taxi on runway, heading indicator sets to flaps 0 to 20. Power, full throttle. Rotate at 50 knots. Accidentally hit my AP button on my POTUS here. Sorry about that. Alright, airspeed is alive, 50 knots. Go ahead and rotate. Alright, positive rate. Gear is coming up. Go ahead and bring that notch of flaps up. This should be following us, so I don't know why it's not. There we go. Now it is. Okay. Alright, let's actually fly the plane, because for some reason, we're not flying. There we go. Alright. It's a little bit more. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and start a nice gentle left-hand turn, and we're going to swap back over. Seattle Center, Skylane 358, Foxtrot Delta, 1,000 for 11,000.
Over 358 Foxtrot Delta, Seattle Center, you never read back anything about your release clearance, so you need to read that back. You can't just change over on your own. Please write down. Alright, let's rate a contact over Crescent City if you are.
My apologies, I had a technical difficulty. I thought you heard what I said, but that was my bad. 8 Foxtrot Delta. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and set up. We're going to go ahead and bump our altitude up to 11,000. Go ahead and set that heading bug for an intercept. Go ahead and turn on autopilot for heading. And we're going to maintain vertical speed. There we go. Alright, now let's watch that altitude come up on 3,000, so we definitely do need to just go ahead and start leaning. Alright, let's go ahead and go through our climb checklist here. Normal climb. 90 knots. Maximum performance climb, 90 knots. So yeah, we're good. 90 to 100 is what it says for normal climb. 80 to 100, 90 for max performance. So we are good there. So essentially, we're just going to climb. I'm going to go ahead and arm nav. All right, nav is armed, altitude is armed, vertical speed is holding. So I'm going to go ahead and bump up vertical speed just a little bit here. The reason I'm doing that is we're a little bit above 100 knots. So I'm going to go ahead and bump that up. This plane loves to get up to altitude quickly. And again, this whole time we are going to be watching our RPMs and manifold pressure to make sure that we are leaned out properly. I like to lean for max RPM. There is a way to do it using the EGT. I'm just going to be straight up. I don't know how to do that. I've kind of read a little bit on it, but yeah, if you guys want to teach me in the comments how to do it, that would be absolutely fantastic. Alright, let's go ahead and bump vertical speed down just a little bit more. Go and go down to 500 because we are losing that speed. We're at 80 knots here. Prop is still full. Yeah, so we're good there. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. I'm sorry about that, guys. Like I said, this is my first flight in a long time, so it just kind of is what it is. First got my wrist slapped by ATC because I didn't realize that I bumped the alternator master switch, or if I even turned it on. I probably didn't even turn it on. It was probably on the checklist, and I probably ignored it. That's usually what happens. Alright, gonna go ahead and pull back the throttle just a little bit. I noticed my manifold pressure was a little high there. Sorry, I did it and then I told you guys about it because I wanted to go ahead and do it ahead of time, but oil pressures are good, cylinder head temps are good, oil temp is good, so we're doing pretty good. Go ahead and enjoy this nice, beautiful day out here in California now that we're above the clouds. So our time en route today should be about an hour. Should be about an hour. And yeah, we're doing this pilot edge flight. Verify I did start the flight. I did, so we're good. But yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy the flight. Beautiful views. This game looks absolutely gorgeous on ultra settings. The other thing I don't like is how much lower this window is. So that's why I actually hotkeyed to my throttle. I got a joystick on the throttle, and I hotkeyed that to be able to look out the windows. Because otherwise, I just look over, and it's just, you know, essentially the wing. As you can see the wing right there. And what's our OAT? OAT right now is about 65 degrees. So one of the cool things is you can actually set your altitude to the current outside temperature. So right now we're passing 6,000. So that'd be this notch right there. We're going to set that to 65-ish. There we go, 65. And that tells us that our true airspeed should be between 120 and 130. Or I'm sorry, about 124. And if I look over here, we're at 126, according to Navgraph. So yeah, that little gauge works pretty well. And it's just a simple hard line. Or a hard ring. You know what I'm trying to say. You just spin it manually. There's nothing digital about it. Alright, we can go ahead and bump that nose up just a little bit more. Again, watching our mixture as we climb. Make sure our manifold pressure stays good. Alright, we are now actually on our GPS course. But yeah, we definitely got our hand slapped, and real world that definitely would have been a number to call. But we're learning, we're having fun with it. I have finished all the Pilot Edge stuff, so they would definitely be yelling at me. Or they're probably trying to figure out why the hell I messed that up when I know what I'm doing. Or supposed to know what I'm doing. But it is what it is. Alright, looks like we're going to reach our destination in about 34 minutes this speed, and that's going to be a little bit shorter once we get up to altitude. Alright, 7,000 feet. Full pressure, RPM, and speed. Speed is still a little bit fast, so I'm going to go ahead and bump up our vertical speed up another notch. There we go. Kind of torn between... I kind of want the best speed over the ground. Not necessarily... He never said expedite my climb, so yeah, we're just gonna climb generally. You know, we got about 800, 900 feet per minute. That's more than enough. But yeah, I've been out of the game a long time here, but that's okay. That's okay. Alright. Get you guys a better view here. Make sure that I can see what I need to see. There we go. But that way you guys can see what you need to see or want to see. Whatever you want to see. Let me know in the comments. You guys want more talking? You guys want less talking? You want me to just shut the hell up? Again, I'm going to put chapters in so you guys can see what's going on with all that. But yeah, just kind of let me know what you guys want to see. We're going to be doing a whole Flight Sim Economy flight series. This is going to be the, well, I'm not really going to call this flight number 1 because this is my first flight coming back after so long. So I'm not even going to count this as the FSE. In fact, we might start a new FSE account just to show you guys how to get up and going in Flight Sim Economy. But, yeah, I just went ahead and bought the 182. I used to have one, but I went ahead and traded it out because I liked switching between the 208 and the, what is it? It's the Beechcraft. I can't remember. The Baron. No, was it the Baron? I can't remember. Anyways, I like flying the 208 a lot, but I wanted to get back to regular prop aircraft and more GA aircraft. And just doing these little short hops, you know. Nobody wants to sit, well, I'm sure there are people who want to sit and watch a video of somebody flying, you know, cross country, but honestly, a lot of it's just sitting here and watching the instruments. Yeah, that was weird timing when the radios cut out, because that was like right as soon as he said that I could switch over to Unicom. And then everything just went dark. Air's definitely thinning out. We're now at full throttle and kind of playing with the mixture, keep our manifold pressure at the max. Like I said, there is a way to do it with the EGTs, the exhaust gas temperatures. I just don't know how. So I'm just gonna be straight up with you guys. I got a buddy who flies this plane real world, and he says he uses the manifold pressure anyways. Or the RPM gauge, as you see there, I pulled it out a little bit too much, and as soon as I got past that point, like the RPMs just plummeted. So you definitely know when you're at mixing properly, shall we say. Let's not have too much of a crosswind because we're tracking right on. Oh, let's see here. That at 56. Okay, so we do have a bit of crosswind here. Alright, stall horns are definitely no good. So what happened there was I was not watching my speed. I was talking to you guys and almost killed us. Alright, so stall horn coming on, autopilot's coming off. It's nose down. Speed back up. Alright, autopilot back on. Nav mode on. Vertical speed on, and we can go 300 feet per minute and see what that does. But yeah, that was completely me. I was watching the wrong gauges. Was not watching our speed. We almost died. That's cool. But yeah, we're climbing at 80 now. I'm going to go ahead and probably adjust that down a little bit more. Yeah, as soon as I started hearing that stall warning, it's like, okay, stroke brain, what do you need to do here? And it's like, put some vertical speed down. No. Autopilot off. Autopilot off. Take care of it. Don't be lazy. That's what I did. Now, we are right under an MTA that goes up to 11,000 feet. But ATC knows about that, obviously, and knows that we're climbing to 11,000, so... Alright, and now we can actually set our altimeter back to 29902 now that we are above 3,000 feet. 29902, I think it's 3,000 feet. Alright, so now we are coming up on cruise. Alright, let's go ahead and set cruise power. Go and get that manifold pressure up. I mean, as long as we're between 15 and 23 inches of mercury, we're good. Which right now we're at 20, so that's perfectly fine. Power, we want that set, the prop set to 24, which it kind of is. We're a little bit high. Just going to bump the prop down just a little bit. There it goes. And that should be right on 24, a little under it. So we are good. Oh, hitting some turbulence. Got a message here, inside airspace. Yes, we are inside that MTA now. Alright, looking at our destination as 24. Alright, so let's go ahead and set our TOS here. So outside air temperature 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And pressure altitude is 1,000. 510 at 40. Should have it. Let's see. TOS, it's saying 130. TOS 128. So yep, that's just about right. We can go ahead. There we go. Now we're climbing 134 ground speed. Alright, let's keep an eye over here. Everything's still good. Nothing's in the red. We're not stalling. Now we're getting up to actual cruise. Here we go. Boot, scoot, and boogie. Alright, we can actually zoom this out now. Another thing, I don't know if you guys can see it on your screen. I know I'm going into HD. I'm sorry I don't have a 4K or 2K monitor. So, HD, 60 frames per second is what I record at.
430 Delta Mike, the northbound altimeter is 3004, advise you base in November, expect Fior Bravo approach.
We do have information number 3004, and we'll expect the VOR Bravo approach for 430 Delta Mike.
But anyways, what I was saying, I forgot what I was saying. I have no idea what I was saying. A little bit about me while we're in cruise. So, my name is Fox. I am a retired military police officer. I was medically retired after I got hurt on duty. Always dreamed about flying. Unfortunately, never really had the money to do it and didn't want to get a college degree in order to get the VA or post 9/11 GI Bill to pay for my pilot's license. So about me, I've done a little bit of everything. I've done everything from I shod horses for a while. I was a farrier. I loved doing that. Back couldn't keep up with it. After that, I went up and worked at a upfit shop up in the city. Not gonna say which city, but I'll say that. Pretty much customizing trucks, doing all that. Loved it. Loved it so much. I opened up my own shop locally. Ran that with my best friend for about 3 years. And then May of last year, I had a stroke. We're coming up on 18, 19 months post-stroke now. So because of all that, I can't fly, and I'll never be able to fly. Because of the stroke aftermath, I will never pass a medical, and honestly, I barely drive, and there's a reason for that. Like, obviously, we just almost stalled. So, that's who I am, that's what I'm doing. I take this seriously, I take the flying seriously. I'm actually trying to learn how to do it the right way, not just be a gamer. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I'm Fox. Nice to meet you. You guys hear like that really weird sound? Dude, what happens if I open the windows? It won't let me open the windows during flight. What if I open the door? It gets really loud. Ooh, was the aerodynamics affected by that? Ah, it was. You can see it. You can see it shaking around. That's cool. That's cool. That's very awesome. Oh, I got rotor trim. That's cool. Never really messed with that. You gotta realize it's been like 6 months since I've been in this aircraft or flown at all, so I think I'm doing pretty good. we're hitting a lot of turbulence, probably everything coming up off the mountains. Mountain altitude around here, I believe, is just shy of 7,000 feet. Because I know the, like Victor 12 here is 10,000 feet. 8,000 feet there for Victor 122. 9.5, so yeah, it's got to be about 7,000. I think it's a little bit more if we switch from the low IFR charts to the actual VFR charts. Yeah, so like right here we've got, what is this? It's gonna be like a nature reserve or something. Nature reserve, national park, ground to 2,000 feet. AGL, and we got 5,000 feet there. You're gonna find a peak. 4,000, 5,000 where we're at right now. I thought I saw some earlier. Yeah, there's 6,000, 6,000. Where are we at? Okay, so we just passed over that, so definitely way above that. But yeah, 6,600, 6,300. So, okay, so about 6,000 feet then, not 7,000, but that's okay. And I believe our max operating is going to be 15,000, and the main reason for that is going to be because above that you need oxygen. This plane does pretty good. Yeah, I don't even know if I want to do this long of a flight on video. Like, and the cool thing with FSE is they've got some really short flights. Just doing little ground hops around. Sorry, just getting that tab out of the way there so I can actually look around. I'm going to go ahead and see what my next flight is going to be. So, out of KSIY, bearing nautical miles. So it looks like we could actually jump back and forth between KSIY and KCEC all day. So we could just fly this back and forth pretty much all day for $800 a passenger. Let's see, right now I'm at 48 minutes on the video. Holy crud. And we're still 16 minutes away. So yeah, about wherever I said it would be about an hour. I was just right about right. Not bad at all. And of course I could do what the other YouTubers do and just shut the hell up and enjoy the flight, right? And I just thought about another thing I could do, since I have a TV right above, is I could actually set up this for 4 monitors and pretty much put my Navigraph charts on the TV along with Yeah, along with OBS, and then that way I could do triple screen, and you guys would just see the middle screen. Or if you guys would want me to set it up to where you guys can see all three screens, but that's a little bit harder to do because you got to essentially do portrait mode, where you'd be watching on your thing, and then it's kind of hard because I did that whenever I was streaming TikTok. I had the view out of the left. Excuse me. I had the view out of the left side window up top, and then center, and then right side window on bottom. But yeah, I don't know about all that. We'll see. Plus, it doesn't really matter on this plane anyways, because you look over here, and it's just the wing. I'm sorry about my audio, guys. Right now I am using my Turtle Beach headset, so if it's horrible audio, I really apologize. My Razer Siren X is currently not mounted to the wall, and I have no other way to use it because I use the wall mount. So we'll get that up and going. We'll have a lot better audio before too long.
Brazil Delta Mike, cross Empire at or above 4,000, clear to house 5 approach.
That's Empire at above 4,000, clear to house 5 approach, clear with Mike.
Or 358 Foxtrot Delta, the Medford altimeter is 299.8. Advise you have weather and NOTAMs in the Siskiyou and approach request.
299 we're going to get the weather and NOTAMs, 8 Foxtrot Delta. Yeah, visibility is 10, so we can definitely do a visual. Winds are... Dallas Center, Skyline 358 Foxtrot Delta. We have the weather and NOTAMs. We're going to request a visual 17.
Operator Foxtrot Delta, roger, report the field in sight.
We'll report field in sight, 8 Foxtrot Delta. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and set my bearing to 174. And we'll go ahead and set course for that as well. I don't think they have a localizer. Here, we're going to go ahead and double check that. Pretty sure they don't. Let's go ahead and pull up the chart, taxi chart. Yeah, they just got a GPS approach. Yeah, so. Alright, well, let me see if there's, so we should be able to set up the visual for 17 in here. So there are procedures, approach, visual 17. Let's go ahead and load that approach. Message. Approach is not active, I know. Maybe we should go ahead and load and activate. Alright, and of course now it's going to go ahead and start dinging everything, so let's get rid of that. So the way we do that is we go external and then back to cockpit. It's a bug with this plane specifically, and Seattle Center, Skylane November 358 Foxtrot Delta, request to go ahead and start our descent.
Foxtrot Delta, I can't get you any lower.
Roger that, 8 Foxtrot Delta. My bad. Shit.
Over 430 Delta Mike, contact North Bend Tower 118.45.
North Tower, Roger, Mike.
Wow, I'm just gonna stick my head through the ceiling there, apparently. We'll do not have...
430 Delta Mike, North Bend Tower, runway 5, clear to land.
Looking at the map here, so I should have 2 mountains. Oh, you guys can't see that. But anyways, I should have 2 mountains and then the runway right past that, so there it is. Seattle Center, Skylane 358 Foxtrot Delta, I have the airport in sight.
Over 358 Foxtrot Delta, clear visual approach to Siskiyou Airport, report cancellation of IFR in the air on this frequency, or on the ground on 122.2, change to advisory frequency approved.
Roger, Skylane 358 Foxtrot Delta canceling IFR at this time, changing over to advisory 8 Foxtrot Delta, thank you for the ATC.
Right, Foxtrot Delta, IFR cancellation received, squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
8 Foxtrot Delta. 8 Foxtrot Delta, good day. Alright, so we need to go ahead and get over to advisory. So advisory at... it's going to be 123.0. Let's get her going. All right, our altitude that we need to be at, 3770. So let's go ahead and get 3770 going. And descent, we need to pretty much plummet like a rock. It says descent to destination is almost 2,000 feet per minute. So let's get that set and just watch our speeds. Alright, went ahead and turned approach mode on. Alright, descent checklist. Weather, I've got it. Altimeter is set. Double check, 3008. Altimeter is set. Head indicator, set to mag compass, check. Fuel selector valve on both, check. Prop, full forward, check. Landing gear down, not yet. Seatbelt secure, landing lights, runway lights on. Landing lights. All lights are on. Check and check. And as we get on final here, I'll go ahead and do my gum pack. Or actually, I think the gear is actually safe, regardless, because I believe you can fly the entire flight with it down. So we're gonna go ahead and lower the landing gear now. It's just the flaps you got to worry about. But mix full forward, prop full forward. Alright, gas good, undercarriage good, mixture good, prop good, autopilot is still on. Carpet is on. Carpet's not on yet. It will be once we get on final. Got some weather around us apparently. Oh no, that's the terrain warning. Never mind. That's not Doppler, that's terrain. We're still on approach mode. Good deal. So it should start turning in here shortly. Passing 5,000 feet. Hopefully we can get down fast enough, because if not, we're going to have to go around. Alright, now it's saying descent is... Of course, it won't matter once we capture the ball, but... Into destination 1,000 feet. Alright, I've got visual. So we're going to go ahead and turn autopilot off. Carpet on first. Carpet on. Autopilot off. Alright, throttle for altitude. Attitude, speed. Flaps up. Landing is going to be 70 to 80 knots. We're still a little high, so I'm going to bring out a little bit more throttle. 80, so we're still fast, we're still low. I'm sorry, we're still high and fast. Completely idle though. Let's go ahead and bring that nose up even more to slow us down. Do not drop that nose. Do not drop that nose. There we go. Altitude for speed. Go ahead and drop flaps. It was really shitty. Like you can tell it's been 6 months since I last flew. Do not drop that nose. Watching our airspeed. Drop the nose now. Keep it between 70 and 80. Actually, full flaps. Flaps down 65 to 70. So actually, we are just about where we need to be. Way too high. But luckily, we got plenty of speed, plenty of altitude. Down a little bit too fast, so we're gonna give it a little bit more throttle. And let's land actually on the runway, shall we? Fuck it. That was a horrible landing. That was horrible. Don't even let me know in the comments. I'm still gonna upload this because, you know, I like to torture myself. And I like everybody to tell me how horrible of a job I did. That landing was absolutely rancid. Oh, that was bad. Alright, so we're going to take a right-hand turn up here and get over the thing. And, of course, we didn't make any Bonnehue. We didn't make any call-outs either. Oh, well. Alright, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call the video here because we're just going to be taxiing over to parking. Of course, I can go ahead and make that all out. Siskiyou traffic, Skylane 358 Foxtrot Delta, taxiing from runway 17 to transient parking, taxiway Alpha, Siskiyou. Yeah, I can't talk. One bad thing about having a stroke is it really messes with your speech. Really messes with your speech. But that's okay. Alright guys, be good to each other, be good to yourselves. Hugs and shit. Please don't tear me up too bad in the comments, and talk to you guys later.